Here are 100 facts about Egypt. Egypt is located in North Africa and is bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the north, Sudan to the south, Israel and the Gaza Strip to the northeast, and Libya to the west. Cairo, the capital of Egypt, is one of the largest cities in Africa and the Arab world. The official language of Egypt is Arabic. Egypt is known for its ancient civilization, with a history spanning over 5,000 years. The Nile River, the longest river in the world, flows through Egypt and has been crucial to the country's agriculture and economy for millennia. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built around 2560 BC, is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and is the only one still largely intact. Egypt is home to numerous ancient monuments and archaeological sites, including the Sphinx, the Karnak Temple complex, and the Valley of the Kings. The ancient Egyptian civilization was one of the earliest in the world to develop writing, known as hieroglyphs. Pharaohs were the rulers of ancient Egypt, believed to be both political and religious leaders. The ancient Egyptians built impressive structures, including temples, obelisks, and tombs using advanced engineering techniques for their time. Cleopatra VII, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, is one of the most famous figures in Egyptian history. Egypt has a desert climate with hot summers and mild winters and receives little rainfall. The Egyptian pound is the official currency of Egypt. Egypt has a rich cultural heritage with influences from ancient Egyptian, Islamic, Coptic Christian, and Mediterranean civilizations. The Suez Canal, completed in 1869, connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea and is a vital shipping route. The Aswan High Dam, completed in 1970, helps control the flow of the Nile River and provides hydroelectric power. The Egyptian Museum in Cairo houses a vast collection of artifacts from ancient Egypt, including the treasures of Tutankhamun. Islam is the predominant religion in Egypt, with the majority of Egyptians being Sunni Muslims. The Coptic Orthodox Church is one of the oldest Christian denominations in the world and has a significant presence in Egypt. Egyptian cuisine features dishes like kashari, falafel, and fol medames, often accompanied by bread such as pita or baladi. The traditional Egyptian garment for men is the galabia, while women often wear the hijab or more Western-style clothing. The Egyptian Revolution of 2011 led to the ousting of President Hosni Mubarak and marked a significant turning point in Egyptian politics. Egypt has a diverse range of flora and fauna, including species like the Nile crocodile, Egyptian vulture, and Arabian oryx. The ancient city of Alexandria, founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BC, was once a center of learning and culture in the ancient world. Egypt's economy relies heavily on tourism, agriculture, manufacturing, and natural gas production. The Egyptian flag consists of 3 horizontal stripes, red at the top, white in the middle, and black at the bottom, with the golden eagle of Saladin centered in the white stripe. The city of Luxor, formerly known as Thebes, was the capital of ancient Egypt during the New Kingdom period. Egypt has a rich tradition of music and dance, with styles like shabai, marganet, and belly dancing being popular. The Rosetta Stone, discovered in 1799, played a crucial role in deciphering ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs and unlocking the secrets of their language. Egypt is home to several UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the Abu Simbel temples, the Nubian monuments, and the historic Islamic Cairo district. The Luxor Temple, built around 1400 BCE, is dedicated to the Theban triad of Amun, Mut, and Khonsu and is one of the most well-preserved temples in Egypt. The Nile Delta, located in northern Egypt, is one of the world's largest river deltas and is known for its fertile agricultural land. Egypt has a population of over 100 million people, making it one of the most populous countries in Africa and the Middle East. The Sahara Desert covers much of Egypt's eastern and southern regions, comprising part of the larger Sahara Desert, the world's largest hot desert. The Temple of Karnak in Luxor is the largest ancient religious site in the world and was dedicated to the god Amun. The Cairo Tower, completed in 1961, is a prominent landmark in Cairo and offers panoramic views of the city. Egypt is famous for its ancient papyrus scrolls, which were used for writing and documenting important texts. The Egyptian calendar, based on the solar year, consists of 12 months of 30 days each, with 5 additional days at the end of the year. The Egyptian god Ra was often depicted as a sun god and was considered one of the most important deities in ancient Egyptian religion. The Library of Alexandria, founded in the 3rd century BCE, was one of the largest and most significant libraries of the ancient world. Egypt has a rich tradition of literature, including works such as the Book of the Dead and the writings of ancient philosophers like Ptahhotep and Imhotep. The White Desert, located in western Egypt, is known for its surreal landscapes of chalk rock formations. The Egyptian government is a semi-presidential republic, with a president serving as the head of state and a prime minister heading the government. The Great Sphinx of Giza, believed to have been built during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre in the 26th century BCE, is a mythical creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human. Egypt is home to a vibrant film industry, with Cairo often referred to as the Hollywood of the Middle East. The Temple of Horus at Edfu, built between 237 and 57 BCE, is one of the best preserved ancient temples in Egypt and is dedicated to the god Horus. The city of Sharm el-Sheikh, located on the southern tip of the Sinai Peninsula, is a popular tourist destination known for its beaches and coral reefs. Egypt has a rich tradition of handicrafts, including pottery, textiles, and jewelry, which are often sold in local markets and souks. The Sinai Peninsula, located between the Mediterranean Sea to the north and the Red Sea to the south, is known for its rugged mountain landscapes and historic significance. The Egyptian judiciary is based on a mixed legal system, incorporating elements of Islamic law, Napoleonic law, and customary law. The ancient city of Memphis, founded around 31 BCE, was the capital of ancient Egypt during the Old Kingdom period. Egypt's western desert is home to the Siwa Oasis, known for its natural springs and historic significance as a trade route dating back to ancient times. The Red Sea Riviera, stretching along Egypt's eastern coastline, is a popular destination for diving and snorkeling due to its rich marine life and coral reefs. Egypt has a long history of trade and commerce, dating back to ancient times when it served as a vital link between the Mediterranean world and the civilizations of Africa and the Middle East. The Temple of Philae, dedicated to the goddess Isis, was relocated from its original location on Philae Island to higher ground to prevent it from being submerged by the waters of Lake Nasser after the construction of the Aswan High Dam. The Nile Delta region is known for its agricultural production, including crops such as rice, cotton, and sugarcane. The Great Hypostyle Hall at the Temple of Karnak contains 134 massive columns, the largest of which are over 21 meters tall and weigh an estimated 100 tons each. The ancient Egyptians practiced mummification as a way to preserve the bodies of the deceased for the afterlife, believing that the soul would need its physical form in the next world. The ancient city of Thebes, located on the east bank of the Nile River near modern-day Luxor, was the religious and political center of ancient Egypt during the New Kingdom period. The Egyptian Revolution of 1952 led to the overthrow of King Pharaohs and the establishment of the Republic of Egypt, marking the end of the monarchy and the beginning of a new era of governance. The Great Oasis of Karga, located in the western desert of Egypt, is the largest oasis in the country and has a history dating back thousands of years. The Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities is responsible for the preservation and protection of Egypt's archaeological sites and cultural heritage. The Temple of Seti at Abydos, built around 1290 BCE, contains the famous Abydos King List, a chronological list of Egyptian pharaohs from Menes, the first pharaoh of the first dynasty, to Seti himself. Egypt has a rich tradition of folk music, with instruments such as the oud, tabla, and ney being commonly used in traditional Egyptian music. The Karnak Temple complex, located near Luxor, is the largest ancient religious site in the world and was dedicated to the worship of the god Ammon. The ancient Egyptian civilization was divided into three major periods: the Old Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom, and the New Kingdom, each characterized by distinct cultural and political developments. The Valley of the Queens, located near the ancient city of Thebes, is the burial site of many queens and royal children from the New Kingdom period. The city of Aswan, located in southern Egypt, is known for its picturesque setting along the Nile River and its historic monuments, including the Aswan High Dam and the Temple of Philae. The ancient Egyptian religion was polytheistic, with a pantheon of gods and goddesses who were believed to control natural phenomena and govern various aspects of human life. The ancient Egyptians developed a sophisticated system of mathematics, including arithmetic, geometry, and algebra, which they used in various fields such as architecture, engineering, and astronomy. The Temple of Luxor, built around 1400 BCE, was dedicated to the god Ammon and was the site of the annual Apet festival, a religious celebration honoring the gods. Egypt has a rich tradition of storytelling, with myths, legends, and folktales passed down through generations orally and later recorded in written form. The ancient Egyptian language, which was written using hieroglyphs, hieratic script, and demonic script, remained in use for over 3,000 years before falling out of use in the 4th century CE. The Abu Simbel temples, located near the border with Sudan, were constructed by Pharaoh Ramesses II in the 13th century BCE and are known for their colossal statues and intricate carvings. The Egyptian Revolution of 2013 led to the ousting of President Mohamed Morsi and marked a period of political turmoil and transition in Egypt. The ancient Egyptians believed in the concept of Ma'at, which represented truth, justice, and cosmic order, and was personified as a goddess who ensured harmony in the universe. The Temple of Hatshepsut, located near Luxor, was built by Queen Hatshepsut in the 15th century BCE and is one of the most iconic monuments of ancient Egypt. The city of Alexandria was founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BCE and became a major center of commerce, culture, and learning in the ancient world. The ancient Egyptian calendar consisted of 12 months of 30 days each, with an additional 5 intercalary days at the end of the year to bring it in line with the solar year. The Karnak Open Air Museum, located within the Karnak Temple complex, contains a collection of statues, stelae, and other artifacts from ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians practiced agriculture along the fertile banks of the Nile River, growing crops such as wheat, barley, and flax. The city of Alexandria was home to the famous Library of Alexandria, one of the largest and most important libraries of the ancient world, which housed thousands of scrolls and manuscripts on various subjects. The Egyptian Book of the Dead, also known as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, is a collection of spells and prayers intended to guide the deceased through the afterlife and ensure their safe passage to the realm of the gods. The Red Pyramid, located at the Dashur necropolis near Cairo, is the third largest pyramid in Egypt and one of the best preserved examples of ancient Egyptian pyramid architecture. The ancient Egyptians developed a system of medicine that included herbal remedies, surgical procedures, and magical spells to treat various ailments and injuries. The Temple of Kamambo, located along the Nile River, is unique in that it is dedicated to two different gods, Sobek and Horus the Elder, and contains dual sets of chambers and altars. The Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities is responsible for promoting tourism in Egypt and overseeing the country's archaeological sites and cultural heritage. The Egyptian Museum in Cairo contains over 120,000 artifacts from ancient Egypt, including the treasures of Tutankhamun and the mummies of several pharaohs. The ancient Egyptians believed in an afterlife where the soul would be judged based on its deeds in life and would either enjoy eternal paradise or suffer eternal punishment. The city of Aswan is home to the unfinished obelisk, a massive stone monolith that was abandoned during its construction due to a flaw in the rock, and provides valuable insight into ancient Egyptian quarrying techniques. The Temple of Isis at Philae, located on an island in the Nile River, was dedicated to the goddess Isis and was the center of her cult worship during the Greco-Roman period. The ancient Egyptians practiced a form of polytheistic religion that included the worship of gods and goddesses associated with various aspects of nature, fertility, and the afterlife. The Great Temple of Ramses II at Abu Simbel is famous for its colossal statues of the pharaoh, which stand at over 20 meters tall and are carved into the rock face of the temple. The Temple of Horus at Edfu, built during the Ptolemaic period, is one of the best preserved ancient temples in Egypt and is dedicated to the god Horus. The ancient Egyptians were skilled astronomers who studied the movements of the stars and planets and developed a calendar based on the solar year. The Temple of Hathor at Dendra, built during the Ptolemaic and Roman periods, is dedicated to the goddess Hathor and contains a famous depiction of the zodiac on the ceiling of its hypostyle hall. The ancient Egyptian civilization thrived for over 3,000 years before declining and eventually falling to foreign invaders in the 4th century CE. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built during the Old Kingdom period, was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years and remains one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians believed in the concept of Ka, which was the eternal spiritual essence of an individual that continued to exist after death and required sustenance in the form of offerings and prayers from the living. Egypt is a land of rich history, culture, and heritage, with a legacy that continues to inspire and fascinate people around the world.